Alright, we can't have cameras over there now, isn't it? Good evening. Welcome to the live stream. My system's going to catch up with me. There we are. Wonderful. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a great evening. Let me make sure my mic's turned on okay. There we go. Now everybody should hear me all right. We can hear you. Brilliant. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. This is our weekly Mass Effect live stream. We've got some people in the chat already. Terry's here. Nice to see you. Curtis is here. Cerberus Guy. Sir Gabby. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. As we get a match going. How am I? I'm good, thank you very much, Sir Gabby. How are you yourself? Yeah, so this is your first time here. I do weekly videos on Mass Effect. Unfortunately, there wasn't one this week. My wife's gone away for a week, so I have the place to myself. So yeah, I got a bit tipsy last night, so I didn't finish it off. Right, so let's some people in. I had one too many to remember. I did have one too many room temperature items. I'm feeling the pain today. Right, let's cut myself into the Discord whilst the invites are out. We do have a Discord if you want to come chat with us and hang out and speak with us. And you can find the link for that in the description as well. There we go. Right. Diana's here. She's in and ready to play. Whilst everyone else is coming in, let's change character. Actually, we got anything? Oh, I better get some equipment. I think I probably need it. Well, I got locked out of my house for half an hour, but I'm back at home relaxing, watching this stream. That's good. It's good news that you're back in. And you've managed to take.
I was wondering why I couldn't hear anybody, and then I realized I was in my Discord's voice chat, not yours.
Jumbo equipment pack.
So you guys still 1,000,000 degrees, or has it cooled off a little bit this week?
Yeah, it's cooled off this week. Yeah, it's still warm, but yeah, it's nowhere near like it was a couple of weeks ago. Thankfully. Right.
Now that you get a taste for warm weather, do you kind of miss it though?
No, not really. It was just, that was too hot. Far too hot.
Was it just because you're like in the suburbs and not on a beach though? Or like if you were like on vacation somewhere, you probably would have liked it quite a bit better, I'm guessing.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. That would have been so much better. Right, yeah, we're just waiting for you then, Manning.
I'm always bringing up the rear. It's all right.
So
there I am.
There we are. I think Craig's away this week. I think he's on vacation.
Yeah, Craig's on holidays. I forget where he said he was off to, but yeah, he's been gone 3-4 days now.
So, what's everyone been playing this week?
I finished redoing Silent Hill 2, which was bad because I think it made me clinically depressed again. I always forget how messed up that game is.
Brilliant game, though.
Oh, for my money, it's the scariest game ever made. But I always forget. Like, I always am like legitimately depressed for like a week after playing it.
Okay. I don't think this gun can fire through walls.
In better news, it's my Irish aunt's birthday coming up right away, which is pretty cool. I never know what to get her though.
Something Guinness related.
Like, what do you get a 79-year-old Irish woman?
Oh my!
Her name's Patty O'Furniture.
Oh dear. Oh, he's not dead, is he?
Well, I was kind of proud of myself for that one. Like, that can't be the worst joke I've ever done.
I said that I was going to give you a joke, and I actually completely forgot to.
Yeah, no, her husband's name is Ott O'Matic.
Terry says not that's the worst Irish jokes ever heard. That was random. Wow.
Also, I apologize for missing your invite to play SWTOR this morning. By the time I saw it, it would already been like an hour, and I'm like, he's probably not even still playing.
Yeah, I was on for about 40 minutes or so. Might be on again tomorrow. Got some painting to do.
Is that part of your big thing I know you do, where like you watch like the first couple Star Wars movies and then you play a Jedi Knight? Like your big like 6-month epic thing you do, I know?
Yeah. Yes, I'm currently doing... Oh, I hold it down. Yes, I'm currently doing through the story of the Old Republic. And then I'll move on to... I'll probably read some... I think there's some Darth Bane comics.
Darth Bane's such an interesting character.
He brings in the rule too, doesn't he? I really need some better guns.
And apparently Darth Talon was like George Lucas's favorite character that he didn't create. which was interesting. Apparently, she was supposed to be in a bunch more stuff like video games and movies and such not.
All
But
right.
it just ended up not working out. But I guess he actually like legitimately loved her.
What's she in then?
Well, her along with I can never remember the other guy's name, but she was one of Darth Vader's two hands, and I can never remember the other guy's name.
Okay. I know the writer of Mass Effect. He wrote the book, didn't he? Drew Karpyshyn.
Drew Karpyshyn.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a
The
comic
number one
there.
rule to remember when looking at Star Wars novels is as long as your novel isn't written by Chuck Wendig, you're all right.
Oh man, I'm getting my backside handed to me. This is great. I'm watching Fun Stream working in the office instead of field today. And it's overtime. You're getting paid to watch Mass Effect multiplayer. Brilliant.
Oh, Tim's dead and I'm in a sorry, so I guess he's gonna spend the rest of the round looking at my ass.
Well, it's either that or Krogan, a giant Krogan's backside.
I mean, to be fair, I know what I'd rather look at. But I also don't want to get cancelled, so I gotta be careful what I say.
Enemy's down. Good shooting. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
And apparently I can revive Diana. Don't know where you are. Ow.
Oh, I have grenades. I forgot about that.
Oh, missed him. My aim's terrible.
I got you. I owe you.
Oh, what? Thanks, Curtis.
Only one more enemy.
Last enemy.
Top marks, team. Enemy forces down to half strength. We have some important.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, apparently my game decided I was offline for 2 seconds, but I'll try to rejoin.
Got him.
Some ammo.
Target out of play. Nice job. New strategic target is in play.
Oh. There we go. Keep forgetting how useful those... Oh, no, that's Diana.
So you've been playing anything this week besides your Jedi Knight?
Yes, I have actually. I've been playing from Until Dusk, I think it's called.
Do you mean As Dusk Falls?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, the one that just came out like a week or two ago?
Yeah. Yeah, I signed up to... Yeah, I signed up to Microsoft Game Pass. It's only like a quid for the month. Yeah, it's on that, so...
Some good work down there. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
but yeah, it's really good, actually. It's quite a gripping story. If you like your Telltale kind of games,
Enemies inbound.
branching paths and that.
Yeah. I was going to say, I mean, it looks super interesting, but it also kind of reminded me more of like a controllable movie than an actual game.
Yeah.
You know, like Until Dawn or Man of Medan or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much is that. You're making decisions and choosing how the story plays out.
Squad member offline.
And I spawned right into a phantom and died.
At least you're back in, though.
If you join right back in, I don't understand why the game can't keep my items.
Ow, ow.
Squad member offline.
See, like, that's like the kind of thing I'm always kind of torn. Like, when the Quarry came out, like, it looked super duper interesting and I really wanted to play it, but I was like, if it's anything like Until Dawn or Man of Medan or any Dark Pictures anthology, you play it once just to see, then you play it a second time to try to save everyone, then you play it a third time to try to kill everyone, and then there's literally no replay value after that.
But at least you've got like three playthroughs out of it.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, for $80, that's a bit of
Yeah.
that's a pretty, like, if I'm spending $80 on a game, I'd like to get more than, like, a weekend out of it.
Yeah, that's to be fair. I wouldn't have spent like full whack on it.
I mean, like, and I guess, like, it kind of shows, too, because it's already 33% off on Steam. And it has been for a while.
Oh, get out of there. I need some ammo. But yeah, I mean, the story is quite good, to be honest. But I mean, it has to be, doesn't it? If it's a story-driven game.
See, I don't know how you felt, but it was kind of like, you've played Until Dawn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't
Right,
played the
so-
others.
I mean, like, I'm 39, which I'm well aware is, like, super duper old. But I do have a few memories of being in my early 20s, and I don't recall ever being, like, as much of a dick as, like, everyone in that game was, like, so unlikable. And I was like, man, was this what I was like when I was, like, 18 to 22 and I just don't remember?
Time to reload.
It's possible. I think it probably might have been that way so that you... I don't know, so that you don't feel bad if they die.
I know, and I remember the first time I played it, and I was like, wait a second, I'm supposed to try to be saving these people?
Squad member needs help.
guessing sticky grenades can't bring down an Atlas.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Enemy force approaching. Squad member needs help. Squad member in trouble.
Oh, nope, Diana again.
Member needs help.
Hang on!
Blimey.
Team member offline.
I do need better weapons.
Squad member has flatlined. Mission accomplished. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. We lost a ship in the area. Search for reports. Hack the security on
Need
the
10.
data terminal. You're out of range.
Oh,
You're on the clock. Get it done. Maintain the connection. Squad member needs help.
see, when it kills them, it does kill them. Oh, 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 get in cover, get in cover.
Security breached. We got the goods. Team member has gone dark.
Guessing I was shooting somebody then. Stop it!
At this point, engineers scare me like 100 times more than phantoms.
Squad member down.
Oh. Shot behind a rock.
Squad member in trouble.
Oh, there's two of them though.
Squad member offline. Clean sweep. Well done. Stay alert. Enemy is
Do you guys find that there's always like a half a second delay between when you try to use an ops pack and when it actually works?
Yeah.
Like I'm never sure if I'm actually going to heal myself or not.
Squad member needs help.
the Quarian's ability where she can hack mechs and stuff? Does that work on Atlases?
I think it does damage to them. I think you can only fully take over control of like drones and Geth and stuff. I could be wrong though. I think you can just like royally like F up their shields if it's in the case of Atlases. I don't think you actually take them over.
Oh.
Squad member has flatlined. Approaching LZ. Get moving.
If I could hack electronics, I'd take over your vacuum just to free it.
Have you seen the T-shirt?
I have not, but it sounds. I'm sure it's glorious.
I'll pin it in chat after this match. After this one. Oh come on!
Enemies down. Good shooting.
1 second before pickup. Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, we had a very in-depth discussion about the Geth and how they are wrong to kick out the Quarians from their. Felt like a cold. It's probably because I'm playing Diana. It's a lot
Actually,
more hard
as I
work.
recall, it was more of a you couldn't believe that literally everybody else but you said, if I can't make peace, I'm siding with the Geth. And you were like, but what about my vacuum? I believe was your argument.
Yeah. So so if I don't unpin that one, so if you look at the top of the chat now, pop that one there. So we have hoodies, t-shirts. There we go. Of does this unit have a soul?
Oh, I saw that one. I thought you meant you had a t-shirt that had your vacuum on it.
No. Yeah, that one. Right, I am going to. Am I going to change character? Or yeah, let's change character. Won't be the Turian. Turian's going to have a bit more. Based.
Holy crap, I actually got a black gun.
We just opened a box.
Yeah, like I feel like, no jokes, like I feel like I haven't gotten upgraded one of my black border guns in like 2 or 3 months, and I finally got one. But I mean, I guess like getting back to your original point, like it's easy to say, oh, the Geth are bad because they're just vacuum cleaners with legs. But I mean, I don't honestly know how anyone can do the Geth server mission in Mass Effect 3 and come away from that thinking, yeah, you know, the Geth are wrong and the Quarians are good people.
But they were tools.
Yeah, they were, but I mean, up until that mission, I might have almost agreed with you. But after seeing what happens during that mission, how can anyone think the Quarians are decent people? Even half decent coming out of that.
You can hack an Atlas for a brief moment, says Dana. Good news. Although I've now changed to a Turian. What abilities, powers has he got?
Okay. Hey guys,
You're the Turian Ghost, so you have Stim Pack, Overload, and Tactical Cloak.
can you guys hear me?
Yes. Yeah, we can hear you,
I
Curtis.
can hear you, Curtis.
Okay. I was having some problems here, so
Join the club.
yeah, Discord said they couldn't hear me through the mic, so I had to go back in there to get going.
You know, one thing I really feel like BioWare missed, and I don't even think it would have been that hard to do. If Tali ends up dead in Mass Effect 3 and you end up siding with the Geth, that Geth Prime that follows you around for the rest of the game should have been a squad mate.
You would have thought so, wouldn't you?
I mean, just for the fact, like, you still by that point have like essentially a little less than half the game to go. I mean, they could have just recorded a couple extra lines and made him. He would have been like the coolest squad mate.
Secure the area. Got it. Secure the area.
And the only way you can get him is if Tali dies as well, which...
Well, yeah. Or assuming she dies in 2, then Ron shoots herself in the head. But yes, after Tali does her bye Felicia moment when she swan dives off the cliff, because she has to make her death has to be overly dramatic.
Shield gone. Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Enemy force approaching. Got it. Enemy force approaching.
Where is everybody? Oh, nope. So I completely missed the one that stood right in front of me, and I try shooting Manning instead. Brilliant.
Well, I mean, the cute as hell Lavender Asari, I'm sure totally looked like a collector trooper.
Well done, team. That's it. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
I was trying to get you.
Enemy scramble.
You know, letting me die to him is not a good way to make my Asari want to go on a date with you.
Device. Target neutralized.
I really should probably look at what challenges I need to do before I start the stream. Then pick characters actually.
If you max out Overload and get it so they can chain to its maximum amount, you can, and then also have a decent power recharge speed, you can abuse the hell out of it.
Hang tight. Thanks.
So, Ken, so you're playing a new game this week. How's the graphics on it?
Which game's that, Curtis?
I just wonder how's the graphics on your new game you've been playing?
Oh yeah, it's like all, I'll say not cell shaded, but you kind of, it's got like computer generated graphics for like the outside areas and where it moves around. But then for like the conversations, it's kind of like a storybook kind of like art style.
Oh, okay.
So as characters are moving about, it kind of just fades from one still image to another.
Why do the collectors have to be so loud?
You want to be known.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Enemies inbound.
They're saying, we're here to stay. Who killed me? Oh, Scion. Oh, man.
Nice. Ow. Oh, I ain't got any. What?
Well, you won't
What?
believe this.
What's
Now
this?
I'm looking at Tim's ass.
Squad member down. Enemies down. Good shooting. Clear. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Enemies approaching. Contact. Enemies approaching. Need ammo.
Oh. Tell you, my aim is all over the place. I probably should learn to play with keyboard and mouse, to be honest.
The best would be a left-handed mod. Actually, of all the things, I'm amazed that's not something that exists, actually.
Left-handed mod.
Sensors tell me only one left.
Well, I mean, it's not... I mean, like, I'm definitely... After, like, this long, I'm used to it. But, I mean, it's still weird that I have to play literally every FPS and third-person shooter backwards.
Oh, you mean your characters on
Intel embedded into
the...
network.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm
Wrong side of
left-handed
the
in real
screen.
life.
Use a terminal to upload the data.
Careful! Didn't mean to shoot you, Tim.
Team member is hurt.
Ow.
Connect team member offline. Squad member offline.
Hey, Chief 12. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Cool.
Reacquire.
We're definitely playing a silver match, aren't we?
Outstanding work. Enemy is still
I think
active.
so.
Stay alert. Still active. Stay alert.
And that was a tough one.
It's a bit frantic, wasn't it?
Here they come. Contact.
Get in cover. Get in cover.
If we're by that little door area on the right, there's a Scion and a Praetorian on top of each other.
Ow.
Uh-oh. Big old bug.
Shields down. Well done, team. Not bad. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Bogeys incoming. He's incoming.
How's your Dragon Age picture coming? Or are you still doing that?
I've not been on Dragon Age for a while. He's dead. Yeah, I plan to get some of that done this week. What day do you want to do some Resident Evil?
Team member has gone dark.
Whatever's easier for you. Like, I work from home. So, I mean, like, if you have free time whenever, Yeah, whatever's good for you. I'm sure we can work something out.
Okay. I'm at work tomorrow night.
Just as long as I have a little bit of, like, a couple hours notice or a day, just so I can, like, plan around it kind of thing.
Do you want to do it Monday?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, actually, Monday's even probably ideal because it's a holiday here.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I get to be Sheva because I'm actually left-handed.
Oh.
And I know muscular, super jacked Chris is your favorite character anyway, so...
Yeah, got to punch those boulders.
I know, I mean, like, imagine like, the amount of biceps you need to punch a boulder like that.
You guys are playing another one after this? Because if yes, I would join.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
Yeah, I could step out and you can come in.
thanks, Curtis.
No problem.
What? Are you more than 3? I thought you're only 3.
No, Diane is here as well. She doesn't use Discord, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want to continue, that's fine.
How you doing, also? Anyway, you good?
Oh, yeah. Waiting for the brain rot to settle in so I can finally go back to being productive again. But yeah, I'm good.
Imagine being productive in 2022.
I know it's crazy, right?
Yeah, precisely.
But unfortunately, I will have to turn in my thesis at some point. So I should be writing that.
People here are talking about forgiving a student debt, and that makes me wonder if, because I paid all mine off, if I can get a whole bunch of money for free now. Because I was responsible.
I mean, sure, why not?
Oh.
Watch it!
That guy gone. Over there, look. Over there. Who's that?
Lost shields!
Oh, that was a bit rude.
Careful!
Hey, Asa, are you still here?
Yeah, still here.
Did I ever tell you my Werner Heisenberg joke? Because you're like the only person who might actually get it.
I think you did. I do remember something about that.
I probably did. Like, I'm horrible for retelling the same joke over and over, so...
Well done, team. All clear! Enemy is regrouping.
In fairness,
He was driving
I
down
have
the
terrible
Autobahn.
memory.
He was driving down the Autobahn really quickly, and he got... Cop pulled him over and said, did you know you were going 110 miles an hour? And then he said, damn it, now I don't know where I am.
Yep.
That's a little physics humor for you.
Yeah, I get it.
Shields gone!
Okay.
I
Oh,
would say it's a terrible joke and you shouldn't feel bad, but it did make me smile.
I think the worst thing about collectors is like all of them have like random status effect things they do to you, and it's so annoying.
oh, I'm supposed to be escorting stuff. Apologies.
Come on, it's just like chaperoning your kids, Tim.
Oh, I'm just kind of jumping around, shooting people.
Also, by the way, I appreciated that Al Bundy YouTube clip you DM'd me the other day. Or, actually, it's probably like 2 weeks ago by now. I'm horrible with time.
Yeah, it's totally going to be me when the
Oh, I know, like,
you're older.
I'm legitimately looking forward to when my daughter's 16, so I can, like, be exactly that.
Ow.
Squad member has flatlined. Squad member needs help.
Did you by chance watch any wrestling, like back in the 80s and early 90s?
I did, yeah. I used to be a big
Did
wrestling
you know
fan.
this is like super random, but did you know the reason the family's surname in Married with Children is Bundy is because the guy who made the show, his favorite wrestler was King Kong Bundy?
I didn't know that.
Get to the LZ.
We've just started watching Modern Family, and it's the same guy in that.
Like the guy who does Al Bundy or the guy who
Yeah.
made the show?
No, the Al Bundy.
Man, he must be getting up there a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's like 60s or something. 50s, 60s.
Help is on the way. Reposition to LZ.
Oh, 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 oh.
Team member is hurt.
Whoa.
How do I always do that? That is...
Do what?
I fired a missile in between the Scion's legs and missed it.
I just took two of those
Like, I mean, like, that would
Pistorian
be,
things
like, you
out
have
of.
to try to be that bad.
Oh, excuse me. Ends with an explosion.
Okay, I'll go ahead and step out, guys, and I'll come back in maybe later. You can stay in, Diana. I'll be stepping out, so...
Yeah, we'll have another game afterwards.
I want to try out and see how much better my new black border gun is, now that, like, what the difference between level 4 and level 5 is.
You will probably barely notice it.
Probably, but it's the same kind of thing when, like, in SWTOR, when, like, I'll buy mods for all my equipment when I'm like level 20 and then forget about it. But then by the time like I get new mods at like level 60, I'm like, wow, I have like 10,000 more hit points.
Oh yeah, yeah. I get that. Little side tangent. Did you know that your shepherd may actually be a war criminal?
Well, probably. I mean, yeah.
That is because Legion says using disruptor rounds on a synthetic is the same thing as using polonium-tipped rounds against organics, which is considered a war crime according to Legion. Now here's the funny thing. You can use polonium rounds in Mass Effect 1, so you might just be a war criminal.
No, but in Mass Effect 1, I don't think it specifically says if it's polonium-168 or not. So that's a big difference.
Fair enough, but I think due to them doing poison damage, if I remember correctly, it would be the radioactive variant.
Yeah, oh, I mean, like, if you get poked, like, I think, what is it, like, a femtogram of polonium-161 is, like, a lethal dose to an adult human. Like, you... like, that's such a tiny, tiny, tiny amount. Like, I don't think most people even understand how small a femtogram is.
See, that is the problem for applied physicists and medicine people. I just measure without units.
As you should.
Because honestly, it's enough to see a trend in the graph. I don't want to know how big it is.
Well, I mean, fair enough. I mean, like, how'd that work? I used to know, my buddy used to be an engineer, and he used to say, like, the difference between physicists and engineers was a physicist would, like, create something, and then an engineer would say whether or not you could actually build it. Like, could this thing exist in real life?
I mean, that's one of a few differences. An engineer would tell you pi is 3, so I don't know if you should take their word as fact.
If pi is 3, does that mean tau is 6?
Yeah, and pi squared is 10. Now, if we keep rounding, we get down to pi being 1, and pi squared being 10. But then,
hold on, but if
pi cubed is 10 again, and pi to the power of 4 is 100. It makes no sense.
But then that doesn't make sense, though, because I have a t-shirt that just says pi doesn't equal a over b. So that means my t-shirt is lying to me.
Well, it may just be.
And there's no way, I mean, like, I spent like $20 on that t-shirt. There's no way it could be lying to me.
Thanks a lot, Sir Gabby. Thanks for coming.
What's the world coming to if I can't even believe my t-shirts?
Yeah, I mean, for real, the next thing you're gonna tell me is I can't believe everything I read on the internet.
I know, precisely. All I know is I never drink when I do calculus, because I heard it's bad to drink when you derive.
Yeah.
At least I think
did
that's
not
what they said.
appreciate that.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to
Never drink and derive.
Yeah, that is a certified illegal joke.
Well, I mean, if that's the worst joke I've told all day, then I think I'm gonna I'll count myself lucky.
they updated this game or something, or it looks a little different?
It's nighttime, I think.
Team. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. We have an opportunity to eliminate some high-ranking enemy personnel. Locate those targets. Take them out. Target down. There's a new high-value target on the field. The targets are out of play. There's a new high-value target on the field.
Irish joke was worse. Terry says, your Irish joke was worse than your pie joke there, Manning.
All my jokes are certifiable awful. I just don't normally tell math jokes because most people don't get them.
Mission accomplished. All targets down.
You should be writing jokes for Saturday Night Live then.
I don't think they'd have me.
See, why not? Half their jokes is terrible anyway.
Well, that was like the year when, for Valentine's Day, because my better half also likes Mass Effect, I wrote in the card, "Roses are red, the Normandy's gray, report to the ship, we'll bang, okay?" I thought that was cute, but she didn't.
Classy.
I am nothing if not classy.
Oh,
Well, that was like the Valentine that Shepard wrote, Tally. What was it? Roses are red, Asari are blue, the crew likes your... I like your butt and so does the crew. I think that's canon too.
Uh-oh, I think Kim got killed. Well, I just read this, was it yesterday or the day before? They're getting ready to do another Tomb Raider game.
still need to play the other two. I played the first one, but
I think this gun... I might be like on crack, but I think I do actually notice a bit of a difference.
ow.
Also, as far as recent games go, I actually really did enjoy the remaster or reimagining or whatever they called it of the Tomb Raider trilogy.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The first of the trilogy. I played that one. I haven't played the other two.
Yeah, because there's, I think it's just Tomb Raider and then Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
I like the Rise the better.
They definitely made, like, I like what they did with Laura, but they definitely made her more of, like, I mean, she's a lot colder in those games than she was in the original old ones.
I'm gonna pick you up if I can.
Well, I'm a very little Astari. I can't possibly weigh much.
Yeah, but I'm already on 200% with just my weapons. I may be a Mandalorian.
No one's a Mandalorian. My favorite part of the bounty hunter storyline, when you play as one, is when you finally finish like the first 4 planets and get the Mandalore ship, and he's like, "Congratulations, you're Mandalorian." And I love that you can be like, "F off, I don't care, I just kill people for money," and he gets so pissed.
I mean, he just offered you free access to a private club you sometimes have to get born into to be in. I would be mad too.
I feel like it balances out how annoying Mako is. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love Mako, but at the same time, all she does is talk about how she wants to be this cool, badass bounty hunter. But then every time you do cool, badass bounty hunter things, she, like, gets her panties in a bunch and, like, gets mad at you. And I'm like, you realize, like, being a bounty hunter means doing, like, not nice things sometimes.
Oh. Walked into that one.
Seems like they come out of nowhere, don't they?
Damn, 5 revives. I'm a mess.
Dankeschön.
Bitte, gern geschehen.
Well, I'm not sure what part of Germany you're from, so I don't know if I should speak like High German or like whatever they speak in Austria.
I'm down in the south.
Only one more enemy.
Like the south is in Munich, or like the south is in like Leipzig?
In Munich. How is Leipzig the south? But it's like
Well, it's like southeast.
east.
All I know is like 90% of the German I learned was from being in Leipzig, because everywhere else I was, everyone spoke English as like a second language, but in Leipzig, everyone's second language was like Czech. So like I had to learn German, like otherwise I couldn't live.
Yeah, either that or Russian. Comes with the territory, literally.
Yeah, but learning Russian involves learning a new alphabet.
That is also true. I'm being chased by a tall woman.
Although, it is a goal of mine in my life to sometime, like on my bucket list, I want to go to Moscow and run around really, really fast. And then when someone tells me to slow down, I'll say why everyone else here is Russian.
Yeah. I'm gonna go all the way to Russia just to do that.
I would do it. Don't try me. I'd be more worried that I'd get there and they'd like arrest me for something I tweeted, but I would still try it.
You are going to the pain village.
I mean, to be fair though, Tim, do you have anything on your bucket list that's even like remotely approaching how epic that is?
No.
You see, I usually do not make lists of my buckets.
To be fair, 90% of what I know about Russia was from watching Hellboy 2.
Enemies inbound.
I wish I could say something to that, but I've never seen the movie.
No, I can't see. I've seen
It has Rasputin in it, and I'm pretty sure he's a popular Russian figure. Although the guy that got to play him, I think, is from Iowa, so I don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah, Terry just said that now that's the worst joke of the day.
Man, we just keep surpassing ourselves.
I had seen Hellboy. I got that on DVD. Second. So, Manning, how's your Stray game coming along?
I finished it actually, what, 2-3 days ago now? Wednesday? Whatever that was. It's my game of the year, and not just because I get to be a cat. It's like legitimately an amazing game. Before that, the last time I pre-ordered the game was Anthem, and it definitely like rinsed my mouth. Like that left such a bad taste in my mouth for pre-ordering that I was like, okay, this. I have some faith in gaming companies again.
There is a tall woman chasing me again.
Like she, didn't she?
You want to go out?
If there is one thing I cannot handle, even with power armor and a giant laser gun, it's female attention. Oh no.
We talking like Fallout power armor though, or just like heavy armor, like what James wears?
Ah, heavy armor, that's enough.
Because you have to remember that James's armor, you could get racing stripes on it.
And a weird visor.
But can I get Adidas stripes on?
No, but what you would do is you're German, so you would just get your power armor sponsored by Adidas. And then it would just say on like the back of it, like Die Weltmarke mit den 3 Streifen. And then you just like pocket all the royalties.
That does sound kind of appealing, being a walking murderer.
I mean, let's be honest, you're German, that's 100% what you would do.
I would do a lot of things for power armor, that is true. Even be a walking billboard. And melt down the local cyber spider population. Because that had to be a thing for some reason.
Would you join Caesar's army or Caesar's legion or whatever it was called in New Vegas, or are they too evil even for you?
We've got a drone on the ground that scanned enemy tech. Secure it and upload its contents.
I mean, they are pretty base, but being Italian and all that... I don't know.
They're not really Italian though, they're just pretending to be Italian.
Yeah, that's even worse.
Like Malcolm McDowell when he was in that movie Caligula. Like, I admittedly don't know a lot about Malcolm McDowell, but I'm pretty sure he's not Italian.
British, isn't he?
first time I heard of him, he was on that Star Trek Generation with Shatner was in.
Wasn't he in a couple James Bond movies too, or am I like way off?
No, I don't think he's in James Bond.
If he wasn't, that's a shame, because he would have been like the awesomest Q.
He was on one of my mom's soap operas that she watches. He was on there for a little while.
It's weird, like,
he
I
was on
feel
that
he's
Young
been in
and
like a
Restless.
million things, but then whenever I try to think of something he's been in, I can't.
Well, he was on that Young and Restless for quite a while. Then I think they killed him off in that.
Like, he's such an iconic actor, but I like struggle to think of anything he's actually been in.
I'm surprised he did soap. So. I guess nothing wrong with that, though.
Help is on the way. Reposition to LZ.
Well, I kind of backed out on going to do that Knight Rider card. I seen people's videos on it. I said, I don't think I can do this.
Why not?
It has some certain parts on the model that kind of teeny tiny things.
Ah,
Certain ways
fiddly.
you gotta, yeah. So
If I was smart,
I
I'd get
get
a new
nervous.
game.
So I just said I don't think I'm going to do it right now. It'd be kind of neat though. I want to do R2D2, but it's got a lot of small
3 seconds.
parts in it, too.
Easy.
Nicely done.
We actually pulled off a full extraction. It's almost like we're getting better at this game.
Do you want to do a bronze match to finish up?
Go.
Sure, why not?
Also, I fundamentally disagree with the idea of me improving, so I'm just saying the enemies are getting worse.
No, I think we're definitely improving.
Thank you, Diana.
And also to finish your last thought, I'm married to an Italian, so I know.
Thank you, Diana.
Seven. Look at that. 97.
I may or may not be right back in Discord, but I'll stay in the group.
I'll miss you.
Okay.
Strategically sensitive location. Strategically sensitive. This area is insecure. Get down there and engage the enemy. Get down there and engage the enemy. Copy that.
Power up.
Contact.
That TV screen's so distracting.
I got you. Shield gone.
Who's shooting me?
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Diana says
I know
you-
they're probably grenades or something, but I like to think all the things on the back of this Volus are beer cans.
Losing pressure. Outstanding work. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Diana says that you're all fired up with the jokes.
Forces have stolen a classified device.
What was that?
Diana says that you're all fired up with the jokes.
Good work. Now get
Okay. I like to think at least my jokes, if not good, are at least entertaining. Like that Russia one was top tier. Like, let's be honest. And I mean, like, in my defense, now that I'm actually a dad, shouldn't I be allowed to actually use dad jokes?
records were lost in this area.
I suppose that's fair.
Outstanding. Get back to the evac zone. Reload on object. Good job.
I really think the silver rounds were a bit harder than normal. They did feel a bit harder, to be honest. Got proper boxed in at some points.
I think the biggest thing is there's the difference between bronze and silver is like so stark that
Yeah.
they'll like sneak up on you, whereas the difference between silver and gold is like a couple banshees.
Maybe we should then. Maybe we should try a gold match next week.
Yeah, I jumped over your face. I don't know how to use the bullet yet.
There we go, I can actually see now. Where the window is in my room, like late in the afternoon, the sun just like shines straight through horizontally, so like I get wicked glare on my screen. So just gotta quickly close the blinds and now I can see.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Enemy is still active.
And seeing is half the battle, or something, I think.
That's all of them. Good work. Enemy down to 50% strength.
I think if we can handle, if Diana says that it felt like a gold and we've managed to, we've not actually lost a round yet, have we? Lost a game. I think next week we would try it. We try a gold match.
I think we'd be fine. I mean, like, it's not, like, it sounds scary, but it's not as hard as you think. You just gotta, the only thing with gold and platinum is you do have to put in, like, 5 seconds of foresight and, like, plan, be like, okay, I'm gonna be a tank, I'm gonna be a sniper, or, you know, that kind of thing. And even that's not really necessary.
And definitely bring some Medigel.
And like I said, honestly, the difference between silver and gold is nowhere close to the difference between bronze and silver.
Terry says, you got any Chinese food dad jokes? Chinese food dad jokes?
Well, nothing except for, like, the last time I had Chinese food that was undercooked, a cat burst out of my chest. Like from Aliens, but it was a cat, not an alien. I know, that sounded funnier in my head than it did in execution.
I think that in gold, if you can't be sitting around for too long at the same spot, and you need to take a lot of cover.
Or you just beat against Juggernaut, then it doesn't matter. Do you have the male guy with the sword, Tim? Because, no. Because I'm going to say, there's a way you can build him that legitimately makes him unfair, even in, like, gold and platinum. He's always kind of squishy, but you can get him to do so much damage, it's insane.
Some fine work, team. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Basically ignore the biotic slash and then max out his phase disruptor and charge, because the phase disruptor uses your shields as ammo, so you use that to do huge damage, and then when you're out of shields you charge something and then it instantly refills your shields, and then you rinse and repeat.
Nice. Ooh.
Has gone dark. Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Here they come.
Terry did actually like your Chinese dad joke.
Well, I'm glad someone did.
Good work. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. We've got intel that some high value personnel are on location. Locate those targets. Take them out.
I actually kind of feel bad sometimes because there's like no stereotype jokes that anyone can make about me. I mean, like, I guess from aside from being like a redneck. I mean, like, besides the American thing, like, I'm 3/4 Icelandic and a quarter Finn, and there's like, as far as I'm aware, there's no jokes about Icelandic or Finnish people.
Oh, I like that, Diana.
Senior debt.
Oh,
So, Jim, with your wife, going to go have any wild parties over the week?
no. No, but we'll be doing some more streams and that. We'll do a bit more Andromeda streaming this week.
Well done, team. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
If we do end up streaming Resident Evil 5, I have a feeling like that could either be like the greatest or worst thing ever. Maybe both. In order to give you like the authentic experience, like if I play Sheva, I'll just use all the healing items every time I like scrape my knee, and then constantly shoot you in the shin. Sound about right?
Yeah.
For the AI partner.
You don't have to make it authentic.
It was funny when I was looking at that the other day, it kind of blew my mind when I realized that game was 13 years old.
I like to put extra rounds equipment. What does that do then, Diana?
What?
Oh, does it give me like? Oh, it will give me more ammo before it overheats, then, wouldn't it?
Unless you're using the Lancer or one of the energy weapons, none of your guns should overheat.
Yeah, no, it's the Lancer I've got.
Shuttles in LZ. Wave sweep. Well done.
There we go. That brings us to the end of this week's live stream. I want to say a big thank you to Diana, to Manning, Cerberus Guy, and to Orsar and Curtis for the game. Yeah, fun playing with you guys.
Thank you, everyone, as always.
And we'll be back again next week.
Yep, same here.
I'm going to record a video now. Hopefully I can get that out tomorrow. And then the video I was going to do for last week, I can put out a bit later on this week. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. Thank you for hanging out with us, Terry. And I think I saw Cheaper in there, and there was Sir Gabby. And everybody that was watching but not speaking as well. So thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.
It's been